Good morning, everyone. Good day, good afternoon. Got a change of scenery today. I had to switch my room around, so I'm kind of there. It's not so ghastly. I'm kind of white. Oh, maybe I should be less white. My joke for today. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I find that whole propaganda that they're selling on Coca-Cola just a little bit ridiculous. So I'm making jokes about being less white. If you haven't seen that already, they've hosted 3 seminars for their employees for white employees on how to be less white. And I'm like, but we're just different shades of toast because I draw people and I don't use white to draw people, letting you know. So, all right. Hello, Wendy. Good morning. Yes, I need to work at Coke to be less white. So very funny. It's such a bunch of crap. Anyways, I'm letting my hair dry. And yes, this is my white spot of roots that comes out. Yes, it's like a big patch of white hair that I get. And I might just let it go wild. Who knows? But anyways, I wanted to jump on here and quickly do a few updates, especially for people that are in Alberta. I sent some people stuff in Alberta this morning. I just is he going to save us? What happened to that new king guy? It's all part of the story. Everybody's got a story here. Everybody's part of the plan, even you, Jason. So, oops, I got a phone. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda phoned me and she doesn't know I'm online so early. So, anyways, bongs away. Yay. Whoop, whoop. Good morning. I'm just going to text my lovely friend Linda back and say I'll call you back online. Online now. So I wanted to read what I sent to you. So Rocco July, I can't remember the lawyer's name anyways. Hi, Veronica. To answer your question, this is for Alberta. Businesses are not entitled to assert that you are required to leave because you are not wearing a face covering. That you do not leave, and that if you do not leave, you are trespassing. It is a defense under Section 2, quote 3 of the Petty Trespass Act, RSA 2000, CH, comma, P-11 to a charge of trespass if the accused can establish that he or she had a right or authority conferred by law to be on the property. That right to be on the property of a business owner to the public, open to the public, without a face mask in reliance on exemption in the masking order or bylaws is conferred by Section 4 of the Alberta Human Rights Act. So, long story short, your human rights, no matter where you live, takes precedence over this. Okay? Now, that's the number one thing that I was coming on here to tell you today. So, and if you can imagine, it's been a year on the 13th. Like, that's 5 days away. A year. Like, are we supposed to have a cupcake and birthday cakes and like put all these masks in a pile and light them on fire? Like, I'm hoping people do that. So, um, no, Leanne, I think there's a few people misconstruing the big picture here. Okay, everyone talking about Greg right now. Um, I don't think you've watched all my videos. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I'm just saying that you know my perspective on the entire game and of the Great Awakening. So if you haven't downloaded or gone to go get a copy of the Great Awakening map, it's on www.thegreatawakeningmap.co, and you can go get a free download there, go get it printed, and look at all of the things that are in that map. Now, the reason why I'm saying that map is there's a lot of things that uh, um, aren't as they appear. And that's all these people being terrified right now. I want to cover something very closely for those of the people that are in North America, especially. Okay. So, it's a pile of shit. What, the Great Awakening? Well, I don't know why you're on my channel, Leon. I really don't. I don't know why you're on my channel if you think the Great Awakening map is a pile of shit. So, light and love to you, but we're all here to discuss that pretty much every day. So, now the no action, no nothing. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. If you can't see the two plot lines, this is why I'm going to say, please go watch some of my videos. Because if you're only getting the narrative that MSM is putting out, you're part of the problem right now. You're not doing your own research on the things that they're actually slowly leaking, even on CNN. That's another thing I was going to tell you. CNN just had a screenshot, something from CNN. You guys think nothing's happening. I love in your general direction. That's what I said to my kids the other day. I'm like, I see so much. It's the understanding. Like, if you guys, this is why I have been offline. Because the more I'm telling you guys stuff, the less I'm doing my own research. Period. End of story. And I'm encouraging you guys, and I have been since day one, do your own research. So make your own discernments. If I'm not in your vibe about how I discern my information and my research, go watch someone else. I'm not offended. It's like you're not on my channel. You're not on my frequency, period. End of story. But I'm not going to argue about silly things all day. So now, why I'm getting to a lot of these things is because this is March Madness, when a lot of slow leaking is going to come out. And people are like, oh, I haven't heard anything. Well, have you been really watching? Have you been really seeing? There's been tons of stuff. Telegram's probably the best place for it. And a lot of legitimate people. Let me just find this screenshot here for you. From Quantum Prayers, at Quantum Prayers tweet, did White Hats take over CNN? They had a long time ago. Screenshot from Q-Tip on Telegram. So I'm going to show you this. This is what disclosure looks like. We are going to get this in small drips, small drips, small drips, small drips, small drips. So QAnon is a truth movement that encourages you to think for yourself. I want to encourage you to search for Joe M on YouTube and watch his videos starting with Q. Save the world, the plan to save the world. Conspiracy theory, small town mayor embraces QAnon. Like, that's not the first time we've heard of this stuff. So I want to talk about the jab, okay? And what's that? Yep, Jason, fucking year now, a bunch of hot air. From our politician, I want to talk about these two timelines, okay? The people that think nothing has happened, I don't really know what to say, because I can see things that have happened in my dreams. I can go pretty much where I want to go now. And it's taken me like the last couple of months to really hone in and tune in on stuff. Now, there's a lot of stuff I don't come on here and tell people, because I don't want to be a psychic. I don't want to be a predictor. I don't want to be any of those things. I'm taking the information that I'm seeing on Telegram through other people's videos or links or whatever, and I'm discerning for myself what sits in my vibration, and I'm sharing it with you. So there's two huge timelines going on right now. The one where people think nothing is going on, those are people who are still in 3D, because you're still attached to that time. Okay, now why I want to say time, because if you're in 5D, time doesn't exist in 5D. It doesn't exist at all, because you can see past, present, and future when you tap into your subconscious fully, and then you become fully conscious. So it's like some people are just given more spiritual power pellets or whatever to be able to access that. But I also think more people are accessing that because they've been forced to spend time alone. Okay. And that's what this whole year has done. So if you haven't seen things in the past year, I'm going to ask you, how much time are you meditating every day? How much time are you discerning, spending time just going through information? You can have information shoved down your throat all day. You can. You can read stuff from Q, you can read stuff from this, you can and think nothing's happening because you're not tapping in to actually connect to source fully to realize at what state your own consciousness and your DNA is at. And I find the more I do that, and the more I step into that spot, and the more time I have alone, first of all, I moved into this place on May 11th. Okay. This is my first home I have ever had by myself where I've lived on my own in 50 years. I am not exaggerating. The first 50 years of my life have been about other people, living somewhere else, with someone else, taking care of someone else, doing something else. March 17th will be a year, 1 year, where I've not had sex. 1 year. Now people are like, what? And I'm like, seriously, I don't want to. I go back to a conversation that I had a few videos ago about tapping into your higher self. Like, what are you doing with your life? And until you can get over your addictions, and one of mine was about gratification with sexual energy. Like, I was always wondering when people, men or women or whatever, hey, you're beautiful or whatever. And I couldn't discern their vibrations. I couldn't tell what they wanted. I couldn't do any of that thing because I didn't know myself. I didn't heal myself fully on all levels. I didn't raise my masculine and feminine and create this platform. I've always thought I was really balanced in both, but I wasn't. I was not balanced in both. And it's the more time that I spend alone. So I'm going to give you a phrase that I came up with, okay, in the last couple of days. And it's only 3 words: reflect, not project. So when we reflect, we ask ourselves the questions: why isn't anything happening? Why am I not seeing anything? We're not expecting other people to do stuff. It's our expectations that lead to disappointments. And expectations are part of 3D, things we've been programmed to expect from other people. We have never been allowed to just be. When you tell somebody, oh, I took 2 months off from working, you know what the instant thing we've been trained to think? Must be friggin' nice to have all that money. Really? Maybe I just decided not to spend a lot of money and just live in a hut. So we've been programmed to think a certain way about certain people or have expectations. And when even we ask things about people who have shown us part of the story, Greg had a role to play. His role was purely to help uncover the queen as a fraud. He actually is a code breaker in the big picture of how we look at who the players are. Okay. So if you believe in reincarnation, if you believe in missions that people carry in their DNA and they keep coming back here to fight these things, I firmly believe we connect with our soul family at some point, at some level, through one of our past lives, connect into this vibration and frequency to complete that mission. Now we're either going to accept the triggers that trigger us to fight or flight. We're going to work through those to help clean off our DNA to ascend further toward their journey, or we're going to take those triggers and be angry and reflect or project on people instead of reflecting. Now is the time to reflect inward, to connect with source, God, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, and stop projecting what everybody thinks about everybody else right now. We've been flung information for literally for me personally, it's been many, many years, like of researching, deep diving, keeping my conspiracies to myself, all of that. But this last year, we have been given benevolent help, integrated activities so that we can help our ascension further. So, what I'm saying to everybody now is if you have expectations about anybody other than yourself, you're not reflecting on what the work you need to do to get rid of any past traumas. That's from your former lives and this life now. Okay. This life now is about returning karma back to your life. That's what the Great Awakening is. Your plan. What is your plan? How are you going to help yourself integrate these codes? How are you going to accept these truths that are flung at you? Nobody here in this group, I guarantee you, including myself, knows what's going to happen. I don't know all the answers. Thank goodness. I don't want to know all the answers. You have to be ready to accept those answers and accept everything. That's why you're not being given the answers, if that makes sense. And I've said that I'm not an I told you so person, but last year when this whole experience was unfolding and I was getting the grasp of where we were in the matrix, some of us are like breaking out, whatever. And then I grasped how the new system was working. And when I say the new system, I'm talking about higher my the quantum system. And I said, and this is my only opinion, is that if we are who we think we are, when we're all gods, we're all fully ascended, we can all tap into telepathy, teleportation, you name it, time doesn't exist. When the planet is fully healed, okay? Everybody's in this high light and love vibration, okay? So if we're all in that high vibration and we're connected to the tree of life, then we can see past, present, and future. We're all in the sacred geometry of fully healed, cleaned humans. Okay, all the darkness is gone. Then, technically speaking, we are Q. We are the quantum computer. We are getting help to help our computers hook up to each other. That's what this is all about. We are all one. You guys are forgetting we are all one. So when you talk about somebody negative, you're talking about yourself negative. Okay. And that's one thing we have to unprogram from ourselves. And that's why I say spend more time with yourselves, learning to love who you are, because now is really, it's going to start. This is where it's starting. These slow leaks. I already have people going, oh, yeah, this and that. And I saw it on the news and I was like, really? And this is how it happens. Either people are going to accept the truths that are coming out, or they're going to start projecting their anger and expectations on everybody. So we are all part of this grand plan, every single one of us. So whether you think it's BS or not, that is something that you need to dive super deep and figure out what you have done in this year. What have you done personally in this year? We have taken so much responsibility off of ourselves by being on the internet and being little digital warriors, calling people's names for the last 20 years or whatever. I don't like you and this divisiveness. That's what Crackbook is. I tried to say that. The more you go on, I went on Crackbook. It's on my other phone that I let the battery die off. I don't go on there more than maybe once every 2 weeks now because I'm banned from everything. But I went on there and they extended all of my restrictions. So now I'm on a 90-day restriction. I haven't even posted shit. So they're just like going through my account, looking at stuff. Now, that normally would have triggered me. I would have been like, what a bunch of dicks. And I'm like, oh, well, whatever. I don't care. I don't have anything to say. I don't. So, yes, on that. So, Jason, I'm going to answer your questions. with that. So what is happening right now, if you can, this is how I kind of explained it very short, briefly yesterday to some people at the weed store, okay? And I said, what was supposed to happen on September 11th at 10 o'clock in the morning was the announcement of debt jubilation. It's called NESARA, okay? And what, I'm not going to say it, but that was supposed to basically release us from everything that we signed a contract to, CON. Telephone bills, da da da, all of that crap was supposed to be gone. Credit cards, mortgages, da da da, anything that had a con attached to it. Because that act itself said, and it's an act that was passed into law, said that if your government was corrupt, we're going to remove them. But we all know what happened instead. So, what's been happening for the last 20 years behind the scenes are many steps to get there. Okay. Some of the executive orders that were discussed, and one of them was about this JAB. Okay. Because the whole thing of NESARA and the global thing, it's all connected. As soon as one goes, they all go. It's global automatically. Okay. The Federal Reserve is attached to the old system, this and that connected. So it makes that gross star. And I say the ugly star that's been keeping us in a pyramid, not the religious part. Okay, let's clarify that. So the ugly star that's been keeping us in this paradigm of giving all of our information away and all of our money away that is owed to us has been broken. Period. End of story. All of the money in the whole wide world that is available for all humans is been integrated off planet, safely, unhackable in a new system. Okay, that is the QFS. It's part of what we are. Okay, it's part of what we are. So that's something we've never seen before. How that new system works is not based on anything we've ever experienced before. That new system, we vote with our new multipass, like on love, our love vibration. Sounds crazy, right? So our karmatic debt and all this global money that's based on gold, silver, and precious metals that has been integrated off planet, unhackable. Okay. Now our little multipass has our karmatic debt on it. And part of our everybody's equal. That is what Greg was supporting. Everybody equal. Nobody has rights or supreme being. No rulers need to rule when everybody's equal. There will be global leaders like galactic leaders, you know, and people of the Federation Alliance and stuff that'll help shape humanity and make galactic, like this going on right now. This is going on right now. Whether people believe it or not, it is going on and has been for billions of years. We are part of that. So your awakening is to understand that you are part of the Q. We are all part of that. And the more we awaken to our power through here and our love vibrations, okay? When we put our thoughts from our heart into our subconscious and our consciousness, and we connect and spend time alone and we surrender to love, the more each person does that, the higher and the faster this information is going to come. You are responsible, just like everybody else on this planet, for raising the vibration. So when we say, what are you doing about it? Well, what are you doing about it? Are you surrendering things to love? Are you expecting things from other people? This is really the time we need to do a lot of reflection and stop projection. And I had to do that when I had some family issues this week. I don't want to project my traumas onto anybody else. So I have to think very carefully about where are we as society. So um, uh, Aw, that's cute. So anyways, what I'm saying is that the more we work through our understanding of ourselves and we are able to forgive the worst of the worst and surround them in light and love, dispel your fear with them, dispel your trauma, that is how we win. Okay. So, what I'm saying is imagine the very, very worst thing that you think you're going to hear, times it by 1,000, and imagine that happening to you and then forgiving it, surrendering it to love, and saying, that's exactly what happens to me pretty much every night when I'm sleeping. I go off planet or on planet somewhere, and I am literally working every single night with consciousness to dispel fear and to help darkness move into light. That is my job, help darkness move into light. And I've researched my own being, my own biological entity, and my life path number enough to know that I can tune in now a lot to the stuff that I didn't know about myself before to help heal me. So we need to start forgiving a lot of the people that are out there. Everything and everybody that you have ever had problems with, you need to surrender it to love, period. End of story. It's so easy when you get into the practice of it. Just, like it's hard when you can't get past your own sadness. But I encourage everybody to, that's why I posted this way. There's my painting right here I made. I don't even think you can see it quite fully, but that's my warrior spirit I painted. And it's my big wings. Empower yourselves with your big wings, your sword of truth, and your pen, your pen. Keep this energy and vibration happy and full of love, full of love. That's what we need. The world needs love right now. They don't need anger. They don't need people fighting on Facebook and crap like that. They need love. They don't need people expecting things. It's all on us to know our power, how powerful we are, and stand in love. And thoughts do become words, and words become actions. So, this is a time we need to reflect on how to reprogram ourselves. If you must, bang pots and pans. Honestly, that's seriously a technique. Or clap your hands. I am love. I am love. I am light. I am light. Honestly, the more you reprogram yourself like that, that's how we've been programmed from flashing stuff on TV and certain music beats. We have to redo that, but backwards towards ourselves. However that looks. Some people sit there and tap themselves and, just to bring awareness. I do that sometimes too. Sometimes when I'm meditating, I do that because it brings awareness and thoughts to a different part of my body to ignite something that I need to say. So, how I look at my job personally, I am a transmuter of fear. I do know I have been put on this planet to dispel fear. That's why I have this low voice, I think. I've never liked my voice, honestly, when I hear my voice, but people are like, oh, your voice is so calming. I'm like, but now I'm like, well, if everyone else likes my voice, good for you. But we can honestly tap into that place, and more people need to tap into this part of their, you can't see it, I'm pointing at my bread basket, your solar plexus area, and take those really deep breaths to empower yourselves, to empower and ignite that part of yourself that you forgot about. Tap into your childlike self, play. I've been doing a lot of that. What I've been doing actually every day, I didn't realize I was so damn rusty. Oh my goodness. I haven't drawn for a year. So don't stop creating stuff. Please, please, please. Like, I was creating other stuff, but drawing is a way different eye focus. And holy, it's taken me way longer to do a drawing than it did before. But I have to have a couple of projects on the go, so I don't just focus on that and get so mental. But to be honest, I had to start a couple of drawings twice now, so that's not a usual thing for me. I was in the habit of just doing one from start to finish, getting it done within 10 hours and not thinking about it. No, that's not the case. Mm. So, yes, surrender, surrender, surrender. So we're going to do a card reading. Um, So remember to keep clearing your energies every day. Every day, as many times. If you need to go, if you walk into a situation and it's not pleasant, go stomp your feet outside. Mother Earth can take it. She knows she's here for us. So, and go for a walk. Like, honestly, go for a walk and connect. Amazing things happen. I saw uh, an osprey the other day, and I was just so amazed. But what I've been seeing mainly is the ships and cloaking outside in the city. So let's impart our light and love onto your move my so I don't get the hair in the cards. I'm teaching tomorrow, so I've got lots of stuff to do. And Diane Cooper has two amazing full of meditation. Yes, okay, great. Awesome. So I love it. There's a card that wants to jump out at us. Love is the only thing. Love, love, love. Okay. And by the way, I do believe med beds and these healing things. That's what I was going to say about the EO. In 2018, TRUMP uh, said that, made an EO saying that they were going to look into the VAXXs. And the reason I'm saying that is because, do you guys honestly believe, after he's giving us everything equal and being a part of the plan, that there's any part of us? This is all to wake people up. I do not believe from that EO, and that's part of do no harm in our NESARA. And the same, there was an EO that was from November 2nd, 2020, about the 1776. That is part of NESARA. So there's lots of steps that have taken to get to the NSARA. So what we're all expecting is the energy release and all of that stuff. So the Navy, I believe, has the 3 patents of 0 point, the coil it's over top, and then anti-gravity machines right now. So we should be expecting to see a lot of this stuff very soon. So just saying. There's, I think, whoa, that card really wanted to be read. It's probably the busiest and it's face down. So good. I can't even see what it is. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Oh, it's 2 cards together. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a gooder. Okay, you guys. Now on with this. Anybody have any ideas? I hope one card is the love card, because that would be just cool. 1101. Whoop, whoop. Yes. You taught in your yoga class that Mother Earth is meant to transmute our emotional wounds. Yes, not meant to hold the toxic chemicals. Exactly. So, okay. Those cards, courage, joy, love. Okay, yes, these cards do want to be seen. So do my fishies. I'll give you a quick tour of my apartment in a sec. Was it messy? It's never messy. Okay, so you think cards 36 and 14 and queen ones. Okay, so the first card we get, oh wow, is perception. Good card. Okay, so the 2 that flung out together, wow. I just said the osprey, which is the hawk, and then the goblin. Okay. So this is exactly what I was kind of actually talking about these last few days and today. So if I was to look at those 2 cards together, it's the goblin's about the wounded human ego. And the hawk is number 11 and the goblin's 31. So the hawk is about omens and messages. And I think really that's what we're coming through. If we put all of them together, it's how we perceive our own human ego. That's pretty much what we're going to say. Okay, so we'll get to perception first. This marker requires you to contemplate how you look at the world. Through what eyes do you see? Do you peer through those prejudice or judgment? Or are you reflecting or projecting? Are you viewing your present circumstances by projecting your past? This is a time to slow down, to observe from all angles too. The call for objectivity and a willingness to examine your life and others through a neutral pair of eyes. It's a perfect card for what we were talking today. Yeah. Within you, awareness is transcending your ego-separated sense of self. Rise above it, see through your soul, and know things aren't always what they appear to be. And that's what I'm saying with the VAXs and all of this stuff. It's not what it appears to be. It is there to wake people up. Period. So this marker brings clarity and asks you to look and wait. Perhaps all you need to do is relax and put on another pair of glasses. Then what's in front of you might be magically transformed. Perception is everything. Take no further action until you see how this message applies to your current situation. And once you've shifted your perception, you may find this is all what you needed to do. So, oh, I love this reading today. Boop, boop. So when the hawk appears, expect a message to be delivered to you and in your quest. Perhaps a telephone call from a friend will help you solve a mystery. I love it. Or a chance meeting with someone may solve a riddle. You may literally see writing on a wall or overhear conversation between strangers that reveal your own answer unexpectedly. You will know it when it happens. Be open to messages from others and beware of omens and signs of in nature. The world is constantly attempting to communicate with us, but we humans, we have forgotten how to listen, me too included. So that's what I've been trying to do is listen to myself, listen to nature. So remember who you are, an intrinsic part of great mystery, the great mystery of life. Listen and learn. And this is a gift from the hawk as he soars into your life from Avalon skies. I love it. So, and we all have wounded ego to get over, every single one of us. Every single one of us at 3737. When the goblin appears on your path, your plans are about to go awry. The goblin wants to lead you astray and whispers negative spells of fear, anger, resentment, self-righteousness, arrogance, selfishness, greed, gluttony, procrastination, and addiction. When the goblin appears, it's time to stop what you're doing and check your motives. Are you coming from an ego-centered place? Are the circumstances in your life triggering unresolved past issues that still need healing? I'm sorry. I just find that awesome when we're all sitting in resonance for these cards to just. Now is the time for self-evaluation and taking inventory before you take another step. The goblin represents wounded ego and influence. Dark, repressed areas of the psyche get triggered, either in you or warning you of a dynamic between you and someone else. Do nothing. Stay still. Send loving energies to yourself and others. Remember the divine connection in all things. The goblin will disappear, and lose power when you focus on love and fairness. Oh, goblin is trying to protect itself. Yes, and who we think we are. That's exactly it. Now, that's exactly. I like it, Bethany. Name your goblin. Have a conversation with it. That's amazing. Just truly love it. So, anyways, you will, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so anyways, that's my happiness for today. I just wanted to share with you. Lots is going on behind the scenes. If you don't have Telegram, I don't know, like follow. Oh crap, there I go again. Follow Ghost Ezra and oh hi Fred. How's the Shweddy going? Look, Look at all the balls in this one. Oh, I had to. Anyways, but yeah, I'm going for a big long walk today. And after I do a lot of drawing this morning. So thank you for tuning in. Trying to do my very best work on a couple of Trumps and a couple of other commissions that I've got rolling on. So I love you guys so much. So thank you for tuning in today. And it's been amazing. I just I really thank you. And I'm very, very grateful to, by the way, who sent the scarves? Who knitted me two nice scarves? One's purple and one, I forgot to grab them again today, like I did. Sorry about that. But thank you. I'm so grateful. I love them. So, actually you should shut up. Oh, well, that was not very nice. Okay. Well, okay. Have a nice day, everyone. Or someone told me to shut up. Introspect yourself. Yeah, that's good. Anyways, everyone have a super fantastic day. I'm gonna let my hair dry. Maybe even cut my fringe today. I'm thinking back to Audrey style. Who knows? We've got toques. Doesn't work out. I love you guys. Light and love. Take care on your journey.